Hi Shannon. So every morning I sit out and have coffee in my backyard with my animals, and I do a Let's Talk About It segment. So I'm going to use your comment today as my Let's Talk About It subject, because I think it's a very important conversation that we must have. But there's no way I'm going to fit everything I want to say to you in this one video. I don't even know where to go. But I'm going to talk about one or two things, and then I'm going to invite you to come to my free hip therapy clinics that I'm starting in September, every third Sunday of the month on Zoom. I want everyone who needs a hip replacement or has had a hip replacement to come visit me. And I'm offering them as free because I'm not trying to sell you anything, even though I want you to come to all my classes. I want to be your coach. I think everyone with a hip replacement or anyone who needs a hip replacement should be working with me personally. I am so annoyed by people who have hip replacements who works with physical therapists who have never had a hip replacement or even hip pain, who work with other personal trainers and yoga teachers who have never had a hip replacement or hip pain. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a better teacher than anyone. I am not. But when you are an injured mover, you should choose a coach, a trainer, a teacher who is also an injured mover and has a comeback story that you desire. And I am that person. So I am offering free clinics because I just have a passion to help people like yourself and like myself who have gone through the pain and the suffering and then, the fear. And that's what I want to talk about. You're living in fear. And I didn't see when you had your hip replacement. I don't know how old your hips are. I do not know. But I want to let you know is that I made a decision before I ever had surgery that I was getting my life back, and I was not going to be fearful of my hips. I spent 5 years, suffering through pain, chronic pain, and I had to keep living, and I kept choosing to live during that time. I never ever sat out even during that time. And as soon as I was in recovery, I was back into life. And I truly believe that pain and stiffness comes a lot based on our fear levels. So I want to remove the fear for you. And you can talk about bones and muscles and all that kind of stuff, but really it's, in my opinion, it's foot function, foot stability, joint range of motion, that you have a controlled range of motion in every joint, thoracic spine flexibility, rib cage mobility, posture, and lymphatic health. It has nothing to do with lifting a weight. It has nothing to do with stretching a muscle even. All of those are the basis to being able to play beach volleyball at age 51 with 2 new hips. Mine are 6 years old, but I would have played beach volleyball 3 years ago as well, but I just didn't have the access to it. I do now. Not even once have I been scared out there on the sand. Now, do I understand that the risk is there? Yes, but I have a saying that I do all the time when I'm thinking about teaching a sequence or a series or introducing movement to an injured mover. I always say, does the risk outweigh the benefit? And if the risk outweighs the benefit, then no, don't do it. But if the benefit is bigger than the risk, then freaking do it. Because if you don't do it, you become stiff, you become fearful, you're not living life. And when you get a new hip, you get to live a new life. I don't want people living in pain and stiffness after going through joint replacement. And I think you said you're 31 years old. You're way too young to be sitting out and not playing sports if that's what you want to play. So let me give you another example of the risk outweighs the benefit. So for me, I hate to run, but I love to race. I love to race. So I will still do triathlons, half marathons, but I don't run to prepare for my races anymore. Now that I have a new hip, no way am I going to spend, I don't even like to run. So I'm not going to go out there and practice running and get my miles in just so I can race. I work on foot stability, thoracic spine mobility, rib cage mobility, lymphatic health, posture, cardio training, other than running, and that helps me be able to then run on race day. That's it. So the risk of running makes me not run, but I still run in a way because the benefit of racing is everything to me. So yes, I could get injured doing a half marathon, a triathlon, playing beach volleyball, but I love those things so much that the risk is there, but the benefits fill my soul. It lifts my spirit. It keeps me alive. So the benefits outweigh the risk on those. So you got to ask yourself the same question. What sports, what activities do you want to do? And then let's get you back to them. It begins by you working with me. And because my work isn't done just in a movement. I get calls all the time. I have this pain. What should I do? There is not one thing to do. And if someone tells you that this one move is your answer, it is so not. If someone tells you that yoga is your answer, or physical therapy is your answer, or running is your answer, it is not. There's not one answer. You have got to individualize your comeback, and you need a health coach and someone, a pain survivor like myself, who can help you create the life you want to live. And it goes way beyond the physical movement. It's mental, it's emotional, and physical support, and that's what my classes are about. So I'm going to invite you to either sign up for a membership and get working with me right away. I start teaching again on Zoom this Sunday, September 7th. A bar flow would be great for you. I teach at 9 a.m. Central. If you don't want, I offer a free week, so you can come and just try as many classes as you want to for a free week. And if you don't like me and you don't like it, and you don't think I can help you, cancel. No harm done. I don't know why everyone with a new hip is not in my classes and it does not get in front of me as much as you possibly can. I want to help you. But if you're like, I don't want to start a membership, I don't want to do all that, then I'm going to ask you to come to my first hip therapy clinic, movement therapy clinic. I think it's September 22nd, 10 a.m. Central. You can look at my live class schedule on AgeDEFYonline.com to find out exactly when it is. It's free. Then you don't have to sign up for anything. You just have to, sorry, so I got a phone call, damn it. You just have to come to class. You just have to come and be with me. So anyway, thanks for letting me talk about it. I hope to meet you.